There is a secret hidden in the first moments of the morning. Most people wake up and immediately surrender their minds to noise. They reach for their phones, they invite distraction into their thoughts, and before the sun has fully risen, they have already lost control of themselves. We have all lived this way at some point, drifting through our days as if time were endless, believing that tomorrow would always arrive with another chance. But 10 years taught me something different. Life is moving, even when we are standing still. The clock does not care about our excuses. The seasons do not stop because we are afraid. Every sunrise carries the same silent message: move forward or be left behind. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Those words are not meant to frighten us. They are meant to awaken us. They remind us that every morning is a gift that has been placed in our hands for only a brief moment. Waste it, and it disappears forever. The first lesson took me years to understand. Life waits for nobody. We spend so much of our lives imprisoned by the illusion of time. We tell ourselves that we will begin tomorrow. Tomorrow we will chase our dreams. Tomorrow we will become disciplined. Tomorrow we will finally change. But tomorrow is the favorite weapon of weakness. While we delay, someone else is already moving. While we hesitate, someone else is building. While we sleep through another morning, someone else is becoming the person we promised ourselves we would be. The tragedy of life is not failure. The tragedy is reaching the end and realizing that fear stole years that can never be returned. Every morning is a battlefield. The war is not against the world. It is against the voice inside us that whispers for comfort, that begs for more sleep, that promises that one more day of delay will not matter. That voice has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly. Strength is built in silence. Discipline is forged in repetition. And greatness is born in the small choices we make before the rest of the world wakes up." This is the morning secret that changes everything. Before the noise of the day enters your mind, sit in silence for a moment. Feel the weight of your own existence. Remember that time is slipping through your fingers like sand. Ask yourself a question that few people dare to ask. If today were my final day, would I still waste this morning? The answer to that question reveals who we truly are. Because life waits for nobody, and neither should we. The second lesson was even harder to accept. The world will continue without us. It sounds cruel, but hidden inside that truth is freedom. We spend our lives carrying burdens that were never meant to be ours. We sacrifice our peace for approval. We exhaust our bodies to satisfy expectations. We neglect our minds while trying to prove our worth to people who are fighting battles of their own. Then one morning, reality arrives like cold water. The world keeps turning. The sun rises whether we are broken or whole. The streets fill with people whether we are joyful or lost. Time continues its endless march, indifferent to our suffering. For years, I believed strength meant carrying everything alone. I thought discipline meant sacrificing sleep, ignoring my emotions, and pushing myself beyond my limits. But wisdom taught me something different. A soldier who neglects his armor will not survive the battle. Our minds are the fortress from which we face life. If that fortress collapses, everything else collapses with it. Our dreams collapse. Our relationships collapse. Our purpose disappears beneath the ruins of exhaustion. Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Many of us are starving, not because we lack success, but because we have abandoned ourselves. We chase recognition while our spirit weakens. We pursue wealth while our bodies beg for rest. We seek validation while our inner world falls into chaos. The morning offers us another path. Before the demands of the day begin, we must return to ourselves. Drink water as if you are restoring life to your spirit. Move your body as if you were sharpening a blade. Sit in silence and observe your thoughts without judgment. Ask yourself what emotions have taken control of your mind. Anger, fear, jealousy, regret. These emotions are dangerous masters. Left unchecked, they quietly shape our decisions and imprison our lives. The battle for a meaningful existence is not fought in the outside world. It is fought within. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The secret is not to destroy emotion. The secret is to refuse to become its slave. Every morning, before the world tells us who we should be, we must reclaim ownership of our minds. We must remember that peace is not something we find. It is something we create, thought by thought, choice by choice. Because if we cannot govern ourselves, we will spend our entire lives being governed by chaos. The third lesson emerged from years of regret. There was a time when every morning began with the ghosts of yesterday. Old mistakes replayed endlessly in my mind. Opportunities one failed to seize. Words I wished I could take back. Dreams I abandoned because fear convinced me that I was not enough. Regret is a strange prison. Its walls are invisible, yet millions spend their lives trapped inside them. We stare into the past as if we could somehow change it. We punish ourselves for decisions made by an older version of who we were. We carry shame like a heavy stone, forgetting that every human being walks through darkness before finding wisdom. But one morning, I understood something that changed everything. The past is dead. It cannot be repaired. It cannot be rewritten. It cannot be bargained with. The only thing we can take from it is knowledge. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Regret feeds on imagination. It forces us to relive pain that no longer exists. It steals today's peace in exchange for yesterday's mistakes. It convinces us that our failures define us, when in truth they are only lessons carved into our memory. The mind has a dangerous habit. It transforms old wounds into identities. We stop saying "I failed" and begin saying "I am a failure." We stop saying "I made a mistake" and begin saying "I am broken." But that is a lie. Every sunrise creates distance between who we were and who we are becoming. The fact that we regret our past is proof that we have grown beyond it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Our suffering is not separate from our path. It is the path. Every betrayal teaches us caution. Every loss teaches us gratitude. Every failure teaches us resilience. The secret is not to erase pain. The secret is to transform it. Each morning, before the world awakens, sit quietly and ask yourself one question. What is my pain trying to teach me? Do not run from the answer. Listen to it. Accept it. Carry the lesson, but leave the suffering behind. We cannot move toward the future while dragging the chains of yesterday. The mind must learn to release what it cannot change and focus on what it can still create. Because regret looks backward, but wisdom walks forward. And every morning gives us another chance to begin again. The fourth lesson took almost a decade to understand because it forced me to confront a painful truth. Every morning, we are building something. The question is whether we are building our own future or helping someone else build theirs. Most people never stop to ask themselves what they truly want. They wake up, repeat the same routines, silence their ambitions, and convince themselves that there will be time later. But later becomes next year, and next year becomes a lifetime of unrealized potential. Deep within us, there is a voice that refuses to disappear. It whispers during quiet mornings and sleepless nights. It reminds us of the life we once imagined for ourselves. Yet fear keeps us frozen. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of leaving behind the familiar. And so we remain trapped between the comfort of today and the possibility of tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Think about that for a moment. If our thoughts are filled with doubt, our lives will become doubt. If our thoughts are filled with courage, our lives will slowly transform into courage. Every morning, the mind paints another layer onto the soul. This is why the first hours of the day are sacred. Before the world imposes its expectations upon us, we have a choice. We can spend that time consuming distractions, or we can use it to create something meaningful. We can invest in the person we hope to become. The tragedy is not that dreams fail. The tragedy is that many dreams never even begin. Seneca once said, Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Opportunity visits every life, but it rarely waits at the door for long. It appears quietly, disguised as hard work, discipline, and sacrifice. Those who are prepared recognize it. Those who are distracted watch it disappear. The morning secret is simple, yet difficult. Before giving your energy to the world, give some of it to your purpose. Write one page, read one chapter, learn one skill, take one small step toward the future you imagine. Greatness is not built in a single day. It is built in silence, through thousands of ordinary mornings that nobody sees. We often believe that transformation requires dramatic action, but life changes through consistency. A single drop of water seems powerless, yet over time it can carve through stone. So can discipline. Ask yourself every morning, whose dream am I building today? If the answer troubles you, do not despair. Begin where you are. Start with one small act of courage. The path to mastery is not created by giant leaps, but by the willingness to move forward when every part of you wants to remain still. Because one day, we will all look back at the lives we built, and in that moment, nothing will matter more than knowing that we had the courage to build something that truly belonged to us. The fifth lesson was born in silence. For years, I believed that speaking about my plans would make them real. I announced my goals, shared my ambitions, and searched for approval in the eyes of others. For a moment, their praise felt like progress. Their encouragement felt like achievement. But morning after morning, I remained the same person. Then I understood a dangerous truth. The world applauds intentions, but life rewards action. There is power in silence that few people understand. Seeds grow beneath the earth, hidden from human eyes. Mountains rise slowly over centuries without announcing their arrival. Nature does not seek validation, and neither should we. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Notice that he did not say, tell everyone. He said, become. We live in an age where people reveal everything. Every idea is shared. Every plan is announced. Every victory is displayed for strangers to admire. But the more we seek external approval, the more dependent we become on it. And dependence is the enemy of freedom. The morning teaches us a different lesson. When the world is still asleep, there is no applause. There are no spectators. There is only us, our thoughts, and the quiet battle between discipline and comfort. That is where character is forged. True growth happens in moments that nobody witnesses. It happens when we choose to work while others rest. It happens when we remain committed after the excitement disappears. It happens when we continue walking, even when nobody believes in our destination. Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Those words carry a profound message. We do not need to convince people that we are changing. We simply need to change. Protect your dreams like a flame in the middle of a storm. Not everyone who smiles at you wants to see you succeed. Some people project their fears onto your future. Others mock what they secretly wish they had the courage to pursue. Their doubts are not your destiny. The strongest minds understand that silence is not weakness. Silence is protection. Silence is concentration. Silence is power. Celebrate your victories quietly. Let gratitude fill your heart, but do not become addicted to recognition. The moment we begin chasing praise, we lose sight of purpose. Every morning, ask yourself one question. Am I working for applause, or am I working for transformation? Because the world may never see your sacrifices. It may never understand your struggles, but your character remembers every promise you keep to yourself. And in the end, our lives are shaped not by what we announce, but by what we quietly build in the darkness before sunrise. The sixth lesson changed the way I listen to the world. The world is full of voices. From the moment we wake up, people tell us who we should become, what we should believe, and how we should live. Opinions come from every direction, from family, from friends, from strangers, from people who have never walked the path we are trying to walk. And if we are not careful, we allow those voices to become louder than our own. For years, I searched for guidance everywhere except within myself. I listened to people who spoke with confidence, even when their lives reflected confusion. I accepted criticism from people who had never built anything. I allowed fear disguised as advice to shape my decisions. Then I discovered a truth that changed everything. Not every voice deserves a place in your mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject." Wisdom is rare because wisdom is earned. It is earned through suffering, through discipline, through years of struggle and reflection. The loudest voice in the room is not always the wisest. Think about how many dreams have died because someone listened to the wrong person. How many artists abandoned their gift because they were told it was unrealistic. How many entrepreneurs surrendered because people laughed at their vision. How many souls settled for ordinary lives because they feared disappointing others. The mind is like a garden. Every opinion we accept becomes a seed. Some seeds grow into courage, discipline, and strength. Others grow into doubt, insecurity, and fear. The question is simple. What are we planting in our minds every morning? Epictetus taught that we should concern ourselves only with what lies within our control. The thoughts we entertain, the voices we trust, and the principles we choose to follow belong to us alone. This is why the morning is sacred. Before the noise of the world enters your consciousness, sit quietly and listen to yourself. Beneath the anxiety, beneath the expectations, beneath the fear, there is a deeper voice. It does not shout. It whispers. It whispers about the life you truly want. It whispers about the person you are capable of becoming. It whispers about the courage you have been ignoring. Most people spend their entire lives running from that voice because listening to it requires responsibility. It demands action. It demands sacrifice. It demands that we stop blaming the world and start shaping ourselves. Seneca once wrote, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Learning how to live means choosing our teachers wisely. It means surrounding ourselves with people who embody the values we seek. It means protecting our minds from cynicism, negativity, and distraction. Because eventually, the voices around us become the voice within us. And the greatest tragedy is not listening to the wrong people. The greatest tragedy is reaching the end of life and realizing that we never listened to ourselves at all. The seventh lesson took me 10 years to understand because it required me to confront the greatest enemy of human potential. Excuses. They arrive quietly in the morning, disguised as comfort and reason. They tell us that we are too tired, that tomorrow will be better, that one more day of delay will not matter. They sound harmless, but over time they become chains that imprison the mind. Life does not reward excuses. Life rewards consistency. Most people believe that greatness is created through extraordinary moments. They imagine that success arrives in a single breakthrough, a single opportunity, or a single act of courage. But reality is far less dramatic. Greatness is built in ordinary mornings. It is built when we rise while the world is still asleep. It is built when we choose discipline over comfort. It is built through actions so small that they seem insignificant, until years later we realize that those small actions transformed our lives. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Think about the weight of those words. Our lives are not destroyed by catastrophe alone. They are slowly consumed by wasted mornings, postponed dreams, and promises we never keep to ourselves. Every excuse creates a debt. Every act of discipline creates an investment. The frightening truth is that life compounds both. One missed morning becomes a missed week. One missed week becomes a missed year. Suddenly, we look back and discover that an entire decade has disappeared into hesitation. But consistency works in the same way. One page becomes a book. One workout becomes strength. One lesson becomes wisdom. One morning of discipline becomes a lifetime of self-respect. The ancient philosophers understood something that modern people often forget. Character is not built in moments of inspiration. Character is built in moments of resistance. It is built when the alarm rings and we choose to rise. It is built when our emotions tell us to quit and we choose to continue. It is built when darkness fills the mind and we choose to act anyway. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." Those words contain the final secret. We are not here merely to exist. We are here to grow, to struggle, to create, and to master ourselves. Every morning is an opportunity to practice that mastery. The mind will always offer excuses. It will tell us that discipline can wait. It will tell us that our goals are impossible. It will tell us that change is beyond our reach. Do not believe it, because within every human being lies a force greater than fear, greater than comfort, and greater than doubt. The power to choose. And that is the greatest lesson of all. Life waits for nobody. Time moves forward without mercy. But every sunrise gives us one final gift. A chance to begin again. A chance to conquer ourselves. A chance to rise stronger than we were yesterday. So tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, before the noise of the world enters your mind, sit in silence and remember this. We cannot control time. We cannot control fate. But we can control the person we choose to become before the sun rises. And perhaps that is the true secret that rewires the mind forever. We have walked through 7 lessons that took 10 years to understand. We learned that life waits for nobody. We learned that the mind and body must be protected before anything else. We learned that regret is not meant to imprison us, but to teach us. We learned that every morning forces us to choose between building our own dream and surrendering our lives to the dreams of others. We learned the strength of silence, the importance of guarding our thoughts, and the necessity of listening only to voices that lead us toward wisdom. But beneath all these lessons lies one final truth. The real battle has never been against the world. It has always been against ourselves. Every morning, before anyone speaks to us, before the demands of the day begin, there is a brief moment of silence. In that moment, we stand face to face with our own mind. We meet our fears, our doubts, our anger, our laziness, and our regrets. Most people spend their entire lives trying to conquer the world while remaining strangers to themselves. Yet the ancient philosophers understood something profound. He who conquers himself conquers everything. The storms outside of us will never disappear. There will always be disappointment, loss, betrayal, uncertainty, and pain. There will always be people who misunderstand us, circumstances we cannot control, and obstacles that test our strength. But peace was never meant to come from controlling the world. Peace comes from controlling our response to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Every thought we entertain becomes a brick in the foundation of our character. Every emotion we allow to dominate us shapes the person we become. Every morning, we are given the opportunity to rebuild ourselves from within. This is the secret that changed my life. Do not begin your mornings by asking what the world expects from you. Ask yourself who you must become. Become calmer in the face of chaos. Become stronger in the face of suffering. Become wiser in the face of confusion. Become disciplined in the face of temptation. Become patient in the face of uncertainty. Because in the end, our lives are not measured by wealth, status, or recognition. They are measured by the strength of our character. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor strengthens the body." The hardships you face are not punishments. They are training. The pain you carry is not proof that life is against you. It is proof that life is shaping you into someone greater than you were yesterday. Tomorrow morning, when the sun rises and the world begins to move again, remember this. You have been given another chance. Another chance to master your emotions. Another chance to strengthen your mind. Another chance to move one step closer to the person you were meant to become. The morning secret was never hidden in some mysterious ritual. It was hidden inside you all along. It was hidden in your ability to rise when you want to surrender. It was hidden in your courage to act when fear tells you to wait. It was hidden in your willingness to choose discipline over comfort, wisdom over impulse, and purpose over distraction. Life waits for nobody. Time belongs to nobody. But this moment belongs to us, and what we choose to do with it will define the rest of our lives.